Hello, everybody, and welcome back to 50 Shades of Tay. I'm Taylor Gonzalez, and today I have not one, but two very special guests from an upcoming horror thriller. And this movie is about to come out. It'll be in select theaters and on demand on Friday, July 12th. I had the opportunity to watch it last night, and I really enjoyed it. The Inheritance, I have director Alejandro Brugués, and I have Bob Gunton, who stars in the film as well. How are you guys doing today?
Good, good.
I'm great. It's Brugués, but don't
Uh-oh.
worry.
Ah, almost had it.
Everyone will say it wrong,
I
so it's
practiced
fine.
it before this. I swear I practiced it
Brugués,
before.
don't worry.
Bruges.
No one. Brugués. Still wrong. We'll keep working. Brugués. It's
Bruges.
fine.
Third time's the
Yeah,
charm.
I
yeah,
gotta make
exactly.
the place in Bruges
In
where's
Bruges,
it?
yeah, in
France?
Belgium.
Belgium,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So when
Everyone thinks it's Bruges.
Bruges, yeah.
okay,
Well,
you'll
now
all
we know. Now we know.
you'll always be Alejandro to me.
Oh.
Yeah, I love that.
How are you guys doing today?
Good.
So far, so good. I really enjoyed your film. I watched it last night and I had such a fun time with it. And I can't wait for everyone to see it. It's right around the corner. Very exciting. I was wondering, how did you guys get involved in this film?
For me, maybe you should start with Alejandro because I came
Yeah,
along.
I was earlier. I'm friends with Joe Russo, one of the writers. I mean, we did a movie together before that he produced, Landmark Cinema, and I knew the screenplay. And one day he sent it to me, and he said, "This is getting made. They are looking for directors. You want to try?" And I read it again, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I still like it." So I just went for it. It's a screenplay that he wrote with his partner Chris Lamont, and I thought it was super fun, and I went for it. I met for it, and then 1 month later, I was heading to Vancouver.
And Bob, how about you? How did you get involved in this project?
Somebody asked me to do it. No, I read it, and I think Alejandro, you and I spoke briefly. Yes.
Yes, we did. But it was like I mean, just that was the fan in me. I just wanted to talk to you. I already knew it was you. It's like it was just a formality.
Well, once again, I got a little taste of your working energy, and I thought this guy's going to do some good stuff. And I actually loved the script, and I'm not a big fan of genre movies at all, but I saw the potential in that character being really interesting, and I could understand why I might come to somebody's mind as a possibility because there are some. I mean, I think he's more than just a bad guy, but he's certainly that too at certain points in the film. So I understand why they came to me, but my reason for doing it was the nuance that I saw in the situation, the conflict in this guy who I think at one point in his life probably loved his kids. They weren't terribly fond of him, but I'm a father myself, and you don't cut that off. But it was them or it was him is what it boiled down to. And I hope I would be braver than that to, especially at my age, to sacrifice myself for the health and safety of my kids. This guy obviously couldn't do it, and he reaped the whirlwind.
Well, that actually leads perfectly into my next question, because in this film, Bob, your character of Charles Abernathy, he invites his children home because he fears someone or something is coming to kill him, and their inheritance is put on the line as they must protect him in order to receive it. So I was wondering what you guys would do if you were put in this situation, if you were called home and you were told, "Hey, someone or something is out to get me, and by the way, your inheritance is on the line." Would you have a game plan, or what would run through your mind if you were put in this scenario?
I would let my little girl do it. She's 2.5, and she's like she's the devil. She's a lot. She's a lot. So my 5-year-old, he's the nicest kid. He and I would get off really quickly, but the little one, we should let her do the thing. She can't stop anything that's coming for us.
For me, number one, I would have gotten out of that house. And it wasn't just that he thought someone might, he knew that his time was up because of the bargain he had made. And I would have left that house, gone to either the most crowded place in the world or the most deserted, and taken my licks because I'd earned them, and leave my family out of it. And
Mm.
I would do it with holding a picture of my wife.
Oh,
Hmm.
very sweet. Yeah, actually, now you're telling me this, that makes sense because the father, your character, knew the whole time something actually was coming. Because in my mind, I'm thinking I would be skeptical if I was called
Spoilers,
home. Yeah, spoilers. I will not say
spoilers.
what it
Yeah,
is, but
dance
but
around it, dance around
yeah.
it. But yeah.
Yeah, very interesting to see it from that perspective. But this film takes place in a gorgeous mansion. Where was this location filmed?
This was we shot in Victoria. We were gonna shoot in Vancouver, and the last second we pivoted to Victoria, and that it's like three different locations cobbled together to make that house. The exteriors are from one place, and also like the entrance, but all the stairs and some hallways and some of the rooms are from another place, the hallways and the swimming pools from another place. So yeah, it was like a bunch of yeah, it's only three, it could have been worse.
Yeah, that's funny because looking at it, I had no clue. I just figured this all takes place in one giant mansion. My favorite rooms were the entryway with the fireplace, and I loved the
Yeah.
wine cellar. Did you guys have a favorite room in this mansion to film in?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, for
Oh
me,
yeah.
I like The Office that because I'm surrounded by his stuff, including a picture of his wife and some other things that he pulls out of a drawer and makes use of. But it felt like a home base for this character.
Hmm.
And besides, the place we were filming, it was so big, I'd have gotten lost. So I pretty much stayed in the green room or in this place.
For me, I think I had two. One was the swimming pool, just because I got to be in the swimming pool the whole time, like playing, while we did the set piece. So that day, I just got my shorts and I jumped in. And the other one is like the big storage room with all the stuff, because we had like a cool set piece there, and that allowed me to be running around having fun all day.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
think
pool
it was the
room's
day.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, very fun. So, since this is a horror thriller, did either of you notice anything scary or unusual taking place while you guys were filming?
Hmm.
Like there was, I don't remember if it was once or twice, but I do remember that once, while we were shooting one of the scenes with all the kids and all that, might have been the introduction. I remember that that day, I had like someone it, I don't even remember if it was me, but someone was complaining that who's talking in the second floor. Please shut up, we're shooting here. And they went, and there was no one in the second floor. They told me at the end of the day, they were like the sound people were freaking out a little bit. They were like, yeah, there was no one there, but we did hear someone. And I think something else happened, but I can't remember. Right, one day we lost all the power or something early on, but it was like a very weird, like losing of all powers. But yeah, there were a couple of weird instances. That place was a museum. That location specifically was a museum, but a very old house. And there's other movies that have been shot there. But yeah, there were a couple of small things. But you know. we were too busy shooting to be scared. Like
Oh, that's good.
when that happens during a shoot, you're like, oh, okay, tell the ghost to keep quiet because we need to keep shooting.
Yeah, very true. So this movie has a very mysterious atmosphere about it because you don't quite know what exactly is happening and who you can trust. Do you guys have some favorite mystery movies?
I do actually. Well, I mean, recently, Nights Out. I think and I'm dying to see the trilogy. I think Glass Onion is also magnificent. I think Ryan Johnson is doing that better than anyone right now. Death Trap is one that it's fantastic. I rewatched that recently, and it's so good. Yeah, I think those would be mine.
Oh, perfect. And then I just have one more question for you. So your film is just days away from release. Do you have any exciting plans for how you're going to celebrate, or are you going to have a viewing party or anything like that?
I'm with my kids those days, and they are too young to watch the movie. I actually have some props from the movie, and I don't even let them ask or play with that. So I really don't have plans. I mean, I think someone was organizing. I think Joe Russo was organizing some sort of screening with the actors and all of that. But honestly, I don't know. I think, you know. Every time a movie comes out, you're just building up to it, and suddenly that moment comes and you just let it um pass. So I don't know. I don't have any huge plans. I think I'm just gonna chill, and unlike a lot of you, because like I haven't seen the movie in so long. I mean, I saw it like when I delivered it, but I haven't seen the movie in a while, and I think I'm just gonna sit back and relax and watch it that night.
Oh,
So I don't
perfect.
know. Yeah. Uh, yeah.
Very exciting. Well, I really enjoyed your film and congratulations again. And everyone who has not had a chance to, by the time you see this interview, check it out. It'll be in select theaters and available on demand on July 12th. So congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
It was
Thank you
very
very
nice to
much.
meet you. Have a great rest of your
Nice
day.
to meet you. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.